of that, we're going to move into Runes of Lordaeron, sorry, between Complexity Black and Loaded Black. Score is 2-1 in favor of Complexity.
Yeah, and it's so interesting to see the way these matches play out, that Complexity is able to win without all their Zerging cooldowns, that they're just keeping the pressure on and living. And I think that Loaded Black should probably make more switches to Twix. I think that he's very vulnerable when BM's not up, and I think that he only has one deterrent, so that he can do it once, but after that he's not in a good situation at all. So I think Loaded Black might need to change that up. I think they did kill Flex in that first game, but I don't think that that's the best strategy. I think they should go on him while BM's up, dismantle Hunter at that time, and then switch to Hunter. All right, Toes actually does get sapped that game, so some interesting turn of events there. He's going to go ahead and sit in it, though, and Twix is already BM. Flex at 15K, but he gets a sack up for that polymorph. Bloodlust up, and Toes is going to town, healing him, topping Flex up. He gets a Hodge on to number 1, but he trinkets it, and the freezing arrow does not hit him. Orange Marmalade blocks at 5K.
And now we have number 1 is going to be on the screen, and he is doing a great job of keeping them up. I'm actually not sure. I don't think he trinketed that one. See a Shadow Word Death toss out a little damage to help out with Twix, and there's that sacrifice up onto Twix again, which is immediately dispelled. Holy Fire onto Twix means they mean business at this point. He has Power Infusion up on himself, trying to cast a lot faster. It means his instant spells go off faster too in between.
And number 1 has Twix in his sights, dotting him up, spamming Dispel. Twix uses the Master's Call, going to avoid any Novas or heavy damage here from the Rogue. Another counter spell onto Flex. That's another interesting move there. Twix kidney shotted it 15K, while Orange Marmalade's in a block and only 4K. Now a Hex onto number 1, and Orange Marmalade's obviously going to decurse him coming right out of that ice block. Aim shot back up. Twix looking good right now, but a big fear onto Flex and Toes, but Flex trinkets and tremors him out. But now Toes is polymorphed, and Orange Marmalade is getting low, though. No CC onto number 1, but can he keep him alive through the onslaught of this Beast Cleave? Orange Marmalade doing his best to stay alive, but he's caught out into the open, and he got wind sheared on a polymorph there.
All right, now number 1 right now is trying to dump as much damage as he can into it while keeping his teammates alive. Counterspell onto Toes right there. It did hit his Holy Tree, it looks like. Now Twix is at half and gets that freedom, trying to stay away from Sats right now, but there's the kidney shot.
Both Twix and Orange Marmalade both in the danger zone right now. Twix just kind of avoiding snaps as best as he can. Twix sitting in aspect of the Viper right now, trying to regen some mana, switches back to Dragonhawk as they're trying to finish Orange Marmalade off here. But Twix at 8K as Toes is sheeped right now, but he gets another Divine Sack up. Kidney shot here. This could be crucial moments as Toes keeps him alive through it, and Orange Marmalade running out of mana. He's Intimidation stunned right now, and he's in for a world of hurt. Number 1, go ahead and Divine Hymn of Hoping to restore some mana to Orange Marmalade and himself there. Now they're using their freedoms on Twix now to keep him alive, and Twix just went through his second BM there. So Flex is sitting in a lot of CC right now. He's feared again off, but Toes unable to get him out because Twix is so dangerously low. A Blessing of Protection there has been used. Toes gets deep frozen, and it looks like Twix may go down here. Huge amounts of damage, Sacred Shield proc, but a Shadow Word Death from number 1 comes in. Down goes Twix. Orange Marmalade still a little low, but I don't think that Enhancement Shaman's going to be able to finish him off, as number 1 still does have mana.
Orange Marmalade is getting pretty low. We see the Wolf Bash onto number 1. Orange Marmalade at half. Great sheep onto Toes, even though he is under fire by Flex. Flex doing his best to do as much damage as he can to Orange Marmalade, who's very low on mana. He has Icy Veins up right now, though.
Yeah, Orange Marmalade is pretty much just being a punching bag right now and getting a Deep Freeze counter spell off where he can there. He's going to try and get away here, but the Wolves are up, and he's not, I don't think, going to be able to get any real amount of mana here, but his team is still fine as far as I'm concerned. They've won this round, and Toes and Flex are just going through the motions at the moment, not giving up, but they do realize that they've already lost.
All right, now, as you can see on your screen, Flex is doing everything he can with that fear, followed by a trinket onto it, and he's trying to stick onto his target of Orange Marmalade, who just got a DFO proc. and is probably going to do his best to stay alive with 100 mana left. Toes is doing a great job of staying alive against Sats. Number one getting kind of low on mana, but however, when you only have 2 members of your team alive, it means that the healer is normally going to be free to go and drink.
Orange Marmalade's actually in some trouble here as he's unable to decurse number one out of that Hex, and we see a Hodge from Toes onto number one.
Oh.
Down goes Orange Marmalade. It is now a 2v2 situation. Orange Marmalade, I don't know if he didn't have enough mana, was just getting sloppy there. I don't believe decurse is that expensive of a spell. So 2 decurses in this series so far, taking a long time from Orange Marmalade. Now a 2v2 situation. Flex in trouble now. Toes completely Let's see if he can get out of line of sight of number one and pop a Divine Fleet.
Oh, there's the blind onto Toes right now. This is not good. Toes not. Oh, there we go. Sack back up onto Flex. And Toes is completely tapped. 86 mana right there. Running back to try to get...
Flex just needs the kite right now.
He does. Toes is going to get out of combat right now and drink, it looks like, in a great place for LOS. But he is Ghost Wolfing, and Sats is looking to stop Toes from getting any mana whatsoever.
Now look at number one right now, too. He's in a position where he could potentially go for a res as Sats is shutting down both Toes and Flex. Toes getting really low here from this rogue. A gouge onto him, comes in with a Shadow Word Death. So despite near Orange Marmalade-esque comeback out of Complexity Black that round, Loaded Black still going to take it home. So just a reminder, kids, always take 2v3 seriously because anything can happen.
Don't need pull a Diddy.